My name is Brandon Burciaga, and I've been dancing with Tantrum since the beginning, so about 4 years now.
With your extensive experience performing live at venues like the Staples Center and Universal City Walk, how do you prepare for the energy and immediacy of live performances compared to film?
It's such a different vibe that I can't even explain it, because it's one of those things that you think you're prepared for something, and then the audience can give you completely different energy, whether it's completely hyping you up or completely dead, and they're just like, I'm gonna wait till the end, and you're like, oh no, am I doing bad? Am I doing good? There's just all that kind of like, So when you're performing for a live audience, honestly, I just do it for the people next to me. Like, we all dance together, we work so hard. And it sounds so cheesy, but we put so much time into it that I'm like, I'm gonna do it for you, and then I'll do it for you, like as a bonus. But honestly, I just do it for the people around me. We put so much work into it. And compared to film is all about like close-ups and things that's very here, eyes. I may be doing a little move, and I might just kind of take a quick look at you, and that's like a moment where I can connect with you, because I only have whatever's in front of you, whether it's far away or close up, so I have to really just give you the eyes.
Collaborating with icons like Kylie Minogue and Kool and the Gang must have been exhilarating. Can you share a standout moment or lesson learned from working with such renowned artists?
I think a lot of the times we hold celebrities to like a really high level, and we're like, yeah, they're untouchables, they're so above us. The really good ones are not. The really good ones are just nerds and down to earth like we are. Kylie was like so sweet. FYI, she's really short. I didn't know. She's really short. I literally thought they were like lying to me when they brought her on set in the music video. I was like, that's not Kylie. That's like some small little kid. And it was Kylie Minogue. She's very short. Google it. So people like that who are willing to talk with you, hug you, get to know who you are, appreciate you for your talent, and not like I'm the talent, you're my backup. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just grounding, and to have the blessing to be working with people like that.
As creative director for Temper Tantrum, you've brought your unique flair and creativity to the company. What's your process for translating someone's creative vision into a tangible performance or project?
So, we all have ideas, and we all want to share them. But sometimes our ideas are everywhere. And you're like, that sounds fantastic, but where are we going to get a flying unicorn and, fire retarded suit that you can set on flame, and where are we going to do all that? That doesn't make sense. It's great, but we can't do that. So let's tone that down a bit and make it a little bit more comprehensive. So that's the challenge of really keeping the creative drive of the person presenting, but modifying it that it makes sense and not dimming their light, if you will. I don't want to dim anyone's light. I just want to enhance it and make it something that's like tangible. Because a lot of times people are like, well, I kind of wanted to do this and I don't really know. And I'm like, well, let's ping pong off of that. What if we do it at this location and the wardrobe tells a better story, and they're like, oh my gosh, and then they take off with it. So my job is to help inspire them a little bit to push farther. When they have solid ideas, it's easy to work with, but when they kind of bring broad things, it's rough, it's hard. So my job is to help them narrow down and get a finite idea on what they want to and can do.
Sharing your knowledge and helping others bring their creative ideas to life is a significant part of your ethos. What advice do you have for aspiring dancers and choreographers looking to make a memorable impact in the dance industry?
So, for aspiring dancers, remember why you dance. That should be your drive, right? Why do you dance? Because it makes you happy, because it brings you joy, because it's your passion, right? The rest of it will fall into place, because if you start saying, I want to dance so I can be in the industry, that's a whole other drive, and eventually that drive to just work is just going to be that. It's just going to be work, and you lose the passion. You're like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. I do it for a check. Don't do that. Do it for the passion, and then the check happens to come, which is a blessing, right? But as far as dancers, you're always learning. Right? It's like a doctor, right? So a doctor, you may go to school and they become a doctor. But because they're a doctor, things change. New things in healthcare change. New diseases, new medications, and stuff like that. So you're never done learning. And that's kind of like what dancers are, right? We never stop learning. It's just, you continue to grow. I always say dance moves are like books that you put in your library. And whenever you do a report, you refer to the different books and the different moves. So you're like, hey, that was a move that I did in hip hop, but this is a salsa class. So it's actually kind of applicable because my body knows what I'm doing, right? So continue growing and seeing how you can inspire yourself, really. As far as choreographers, how to make an impact on the industry, just be you. Because there's so many other people trying to be other people that you're like, that looks like blank, right? But what looks like you? No one can do you better than you. So if you have a unique thing that you do, maybe you're like, this is really weird that I do this. You may think it's weird. Everyone else might be like, that's so freaking cool. I've worked with other choreographers where they do a weird move and I'm like, I don't even know why we're doing this, but sure. And then you see it on stage or you see it on film and I'm like, that actually looks pretty damn cool. So trust the process and really just trust that your creative process will be impactful when your mind and the drive is in the right space. That's it for me, guys. Thanks so much. Again, my name is Brandon Burciaga, and enjoy the content we create. See you soon.